Hi there everybody, Merry Christmas, welcome along to the Big Quiz Night In Christmas special. Hope you're all doing well. Let's have a look and see who is in the chat today. And looks like we've got a nice turnout. I have had some apologies already, but let's see who we've got here this evening. So we've got Catherine and Tony saying, hi Chris, hope you're okay. Yes, I'm okay. I very nearly missed the start. I just about got ready in time, so we're all good. Thank you. Sue and the Donuts are here saying good evening all. We've got Millie there as well saying good evening, and we've got Roy saying good evening everyone. Hope you are both well, and Mark as well. The Funky Chickens are here. So good, nice little turnout. I know we've got, and a couple more. Jenny's in the chat as well. Merry Christmas from Team Bath. Long time no see. Hope you're good. And Maddie Cat Lady's there as well saying hello. Lovely to have you all. Welcome along. This is the Christmas special for Big Quiz Night In. What a year it's been. And this is obviously the last quiz on Facebook Live of the year. The last quiz online anywhere of the year actually, because there's no Patreon quiz this month, because we are all meeting up, for some of us are, on the 28th, which is very exciting. So we're looking forward to that. That's a week Thursday. That will be at the King's Head and Bell, of course, where I do my usual pub quiz. So very excited for all of that. Anybody's welcome. It's just that we organise it with the Patreons first. But that's where we'll be. Oops, we've lost our sound. Oh, I hope that's not everybody. Please do let me know in the chat if everybody else, you hear me okay? Yeah? Let me know. I'm just going to stall for time a little bit because I'm waiting for Abby to come in, because Abby's going to be joining us to bring us the question. So in a moment she will be with us and we will kick off. We have got, I'm very excited to say, a brand new round. Unless you're a Patreon member and you've been to that particular quiz, I'm bringing in a new game show round. I've figured out, I hope, how to bring it to you via Facebook Live, and it's going to take in place of round 3 as a tester to see what you think. And it's a Christmassy themed one, of course, as most of tonight's quiz is. So I'm looking forward to that one. We've got the usual catchphrase and our survey says at the end as well, and 2 Christmas quiz rounds as well. Catherine says, I think it's my iPad. I think Tony can get it on his phone. Okay. Yeah, I think as long as you can hear me, that's really the main thing. Certainly for most of the quiz, you need to be able to hear me. So fingers crossed you can sort that out. Okay, I think we're about ready. So I'm going to go ahead and roll their intro and we'll get on with the kids' question to kick us off this evening in the Big Quiz Night In Christmas special. Here she is. Here's Abby.
Yo.
She's got a Christmas jumper on.
My little reindeer.
Lovely. Yeah, I like it. All right, so I'm going to bring up the question. As always, guys, you can guess in the chat and let me know what you think the answer is to this question. If you get it correct, you get yourself a bonus point, and you can add that onto your score for either the first or second round tonight, because remember that third round's a bit different this evening. So
I need to raise it.
You can raise it a little bit. All right, that'll do. Okay, that'll do. You're good. Right, okay, let's bring up your question and then let me know A, B, C or D in the chat, please.
Which Muppet plays Charles Dickens in the Muppets Christmas Carol? Is it A, Gonzo, B, Kermit, C, Rizzo, or D, Elmo?
Okay, so is it A, B, C or D? Let us know what you think and we'll call out the answers that you guess. And then we'll see who gets the bonus points. I hope this is quite an easy one this evening, but no worries if you get it wrong. It just means that you absolutely have to watch the Muppets Christmas Carol.
We watch it every year.
We do, yes.
Christmas Eve. It's a tradition.
It is. It's the best tradition. I'm very much looking forward to watching it again.
Yes.
and a few others of the usual favourites. So, who plays Charles Dickens? Get your guesses in. We have some already. Andrew says A as well. Thank you for joining, Andrew. We've got Ed saying A. We've got Sue saying B. Millie saying B. Jenny saying A. Any more guesses before we move on? I know there's more of you watching, so don't be shy. Have a guess in the comments. Whilst we do that, we've got some apologies. I know Andy's on his way. He'll be here a bit later on. And also the Brazilians, they're all poorly or not in the country, so we're sending our love their way. Maddie says, hey, and even if I'm wrong, I'm not watching it. Oh, no, that's so sad. It's like the best Christmas movie.
That is really sad.
My second favourite Christmas movie, personally. But
What's your first?
I'm not saying because it's an answer to the quiz, or it comes up in the quiz, and I don't want people to be mindful of it. I'll tell you later, though. Okay, so we've got lots of guesses in now. So we shall reveal the answer now. Okay, and the answer is...
Hey!
It is Gonzo. So Gonzo and Rizzo are the two main people throughout the film. So Gonzo plays Charles Dickens, and Rizzo's just supporting him. And then Kermit is Bob Cratchit, isn't he?
Yeah.
And Elmo's from Sesame Street. He's not even in it. So that was a red herring. I'm glad nobody said D. So let's give a shout out to everybody that said A. So
Jenny.
And
Ed. And Andrew.
And I think there's more.
Oh.
Yep.
Roy.
And
Catherine.
And
Maddie.
Even though she's not going to watch it.
Mark.
And Mark as well. Lots of you got it right. No shame if you got it wrong, of course, but you just... if you got it wrong, I think your forfeit is you have to watch it this Christmas and remind yourself of how great it is.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, everybody who said A, you get a bonus point. Thank you for taking part in that. We'll move on to... Oh, Andy says C to be rebellious. Better late than never. Thank you, Andy. I'm glad you could be here a bit earlier. Okay, I'll move on to round two, but for now, that's it from Abby. So we say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Right, okay, I'll move on to round two, and Abby will see you in the new year. Okay?
See you in the new year. Bye.
Okay, yes, so we're moving on then to our first round proper. Now, unlike the previous Facebook Lives over the last few months, we're doing 2 quiz rounds, actual traditional quiz rounds, 15 questions each. Then we're going to move on to our new game show round, which tonight I can reveal now is Tenable. I already told the Patreon members what it was earlier on as a little sneaky peek, because they've played Tenable in the Patreon quiz night that we do via Google Meet. And today I thought, I wonder if, and I figured out how to get it working through Facebook Live. So there might be a few teething problems, but it seems to be working fine. We'll see how it goes. Then we've got the usual Family Fortune style Our Survey Says round, and then we've got the usual catchphrase rounds after that as well to finish things off. So, yeah, I think we've got a good lineup tonight. TV and films and potluck are Christmas themed, of course, because it is a Christmas special. Tenable and Our Survey Says is also Christmas themed. Then catchphrase is similar to what we did last week. If you were there, you know what I mean. You know the ones we did. Maddie says excited, love Tenable. Yeah, it's good. I've just got the one question, and if it all works out well, then I might do it occasionally, a bit more often. We'll see how it goes. It might be a bit fiddly my end. We'll see. So, for the quiz round, TV and films, it's all Christmas related, of course. Excuse me. So, keep your answers to yourself now. Don't put any more guesses in the comments. Feel free to chat, but no guesses in the comments, because as I go through all of these questions, you can make a note of your guesses, and at the end of the round, all 15 questions, I'll then read out the answers so you can mark your own. You can then let me know in the chat how many points you got, and we'll celebrate with those who do well and commiserate with those who perhaps don't do so well. But remember, we are just here to have fun, as we do pretty much every Tuesday that we can, right here on Big Quiz Night In. So that's it. Here we go. Question number 1. Which American president was in Home Alone 2? Which American president was in Home Alone 2? Whilst I'm going through these questions, along here is a countdown conundrum. So that's a 9-letter word, and you can also get an extra 2 bonus points if you can unscramble that word and work it out. Again, you don't have to guess, I don't want you to guess in the comments because I don't want you to spoil it for others. But do try and work it out, and if you can work it out by the end of the 15 questions, then you will get yourself 2 bonus points onto your total. If you got Abby's question right earlier on, you can add it onto your total here as well, or save it for the potluck round. Question 2. Who dressed as a festive holiday armadillo in Friends? Who dressed as the festive holiday armadillo in Friends? Name the character. The character's first name is enough for a point here. Question number 3. Hans Gruber makes an appearance in which movie set on Christmas Eve? Hans Gruber makes an appearance in which movie set on Christmas Eve? That is one I am definitely going to be watching this year. No clues, no sneaky clues in the comments. Question number 4 is for 2 points. Kevin McAllister spent Christmas in which 2 cities in Home Alone 1 and 2? So 1 point for each. Kevin McAllister spent Christmas in which 2 cities in Home Alone 1 and 2? So 1 point for Home Alone 1, and then a 2nd point for Home Alone 2. Quite a few multiple point questions again coming up, as per usual in these quiz rounds. Including this next one, which is for 3 points. Which actors played the miserly leading characters in the films called Scrooged, The Muppet Christmas Carol, and Mickey's Christmas Carol? Which actors played the miserly leading characters in the films called Scrooged, The Muppet Christmas Carol, and Mickey's Christmas Carol? So 1 point for each that you get correct there. You will get a bit of thinking time at the end. I always ask if you'd like a repeat of any questions as well at the end of a round. So don't worry too much if I'm rushing through these. You will get more thinking time. Question 6. Which kingdom is home to sister princesses Anna and Elsa in Disney's Frozen franchise? Which kingdom is home to sister princesses Anna and Elsa in Disney's Frozen franchise? For 1 point. Right, question number 7 now. Put these 2022 soap opera festive specials into the correct order, with the one with the most viewers first. EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale. Put these 2022 soap opera festive specials into the correct order, with the one with the most viewers first. So this is their Christmas Day special. Which one got the most views? Put them in order. Most views first. EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale. If you get them all correct, so all in the correct order, that is 3 points. Question number 8 now. Question 8. What creature was Feathers McGraw in Nick Park's The Wrong Trousers? What creature was Feathers McGraw in Nick Park's The Wrong Trousers? If you're wondering why that question is in a Christmas TV and films round, it's because those were always shown over Christmas time. That's basically it. It doesn't have to be specifically Christmas related, but it is on at that time of year typically. Right, question number 9 then for 3 points. Kevin the Carrot, a lost little bear, and Fairy and Ducky were the stars of which store's Christmas TV ads last Christmas? So for 2022, Kevin the Carrot, A Lost Little Bear, and Fairy and Ducky were the stars of which store's Christmas TV adverts for 2022? 1 point for each. You don't have to be specific about which one was which, because obviously I can't mark your answers. But if you just guess the 3 stores, each one you get correct, you get a point for. Question number 10 now. Question 10. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what are the names of the Pumpkin King, the Bogeyman, and the town where they live? In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what are the names of the Pumpkin King, the Bogeyman, and the town where they live? That's another 3-point question. Okay, question 11 now. Question 11 is for 2 points. Which 2 actors traded places in the festive film of the same name? Which 2 actors were trading places in the festive film of the same name? 1 point for each actor. Question number 12 now. Question 12. Which toy was Arnold Schwarzenegger searching for in Jingle All the Way? Which toy was Arnold Schwarzenegger searching for in Jingle All the Way? Question 13 is for 2 more points. Which 2 cast members of the festive movie Love Actually are Oscar winners? Which 2 cast members of the festive movie Love Actually are Oscar winners? Question number 14 now. Question 14. The Santa Simulation, The One with Christmas in Tulsa, and Miracle on 3rd or 4th Street were festive episodes of which American TV shows? 3 different shows, 1 point for each. The Santa Simulation, The One with Christmas in Tulsa, and Miracle on 3rd or 4th Street were festive episodes of which American TV shows? 1 point for each. I've taken my eyes off the chat while I was going through those questions, but hello to Nicole, thank you for watching. However long you're here for, I appreciate it. Always nice to see new names pop up in the chat, whether I know you in real life or not. It's always nice to see new people joining us. Okay, right, your final question then, question 15. Which 3 entertainment TV shows had the highest Christmas Day viewing figures in 2022 behind His Majesty the King? Which 3 entertainment TV shows had the highest Christmas Day viewing figures in 2022 behind His Majesty the King? Obviously they couldn't call it the King's Speech because it would get a bit confusing, that wouldn't it? Because that would probably get more viewers. But after the King, there were 3 more entertainment shows next in line in terms of viewing figures, and it was not any of the soaps that we mentioned earlier. Okay, it was not any of those. So 3 different shows that were the top 3 apart from the King's actual speech, which got something crazy like over 10 million people watching, by the way. So much more than anything else in the list. It was topped by a long way last year. Whether it'll be the same this year, I don't know, but Yes, so that's question 15. What was the top three after that in terms of viewing figures on Christmas Day last year? And again, you get 1 point for each. You do not need to put them in the correct order, again, because I can't check that for you. So just name the three that you think it is and give yourself 1 point for each you get correct. That is the end of the question round. Now remember, you've got the countdown conundrum along the bottom of the screen there. So you've got a few more minutes to work out now what that is for 2 more points. If you want a question repeated, please let me know in the chat now. I'm happy to repeat a few for you if you need them. That gives everybody a bit more thinking time. Whilst I'm doing that, do not forget, or in case you weren't aware, in the description of every video that I post is what's called a beacons link, and if you click on that link, don't do it right now unless you're on another device as well, but if you click on that link, it will take you to a list of all the places where you can go to follow and or support me for what I do here with Big Quiz Night In. So that would be much appreciated. If you're on any other social media apps, please do give us a follow, that would be great. All right, so we have what a repeat requested. Let me just go over to the chat now. Number 9, okay, and number 14 as well. So let's go back up the list then. So number 9 was Kevin the Carrot, A Lost Little Bear, and Fairy and Ducky were the stars of which store's Christmas TV adverts for 2022. So that was number 9, and then going down the list to number 14 again. So for 3 more points, The Santa Simulation, The One with Christmas in Tulsa, and Miracle on 3rd or 4th Street were festive episodes of which US TV shows? So again, that's 1 point for each. Okay, a little bit more thinking time then. Also, just to say, for those of you who were hoping for a quiz last week, I am very, very sorry that I couldn't bring it to you. I had planned on doing it right up until I realised I was working the night before and thought I could still do it on the day, but didn't actually get back from a gig that I was DJing, not visiting for fun, until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So then with some sleep and then working the next day as well through the day, and having worked as much as I did in the days building up to that day, I was just, I was gone. Just gone. I barely moved that evening, if I'm honest. But it's all good now. I'm not asking for sympathy. I just want you to know that I really would have done it if I could have. Hello to Millie in the chat as well. Thank you for watching. Hope you're good. Right, I'm going to go through some of the answers now. Well, the answers. And then I'll reveal the answer for the countdown conundrum as well. You get 2 extra points for that. So, question number 1. Which American president was in Home Alone 2? It's Donald Trump. They used his hotel in the movie. I think I tell this story every year, but in case you didn't know, they used his hotel in the movie on the proviso, Donald said, that he could be in the movie, because of course he did. And he had a very brief cameo where he directs Kevin which way to go in the hotel lobby. So there you go. Question 2. Who dressed as the festive holiday armadillo in Friends? It was Ross. Question 3. Hans Gruber makes an appearance in which movie set on Christmas Eve? It is definitely a Christmas movie. It is Die Hard. Millie says play some Taylor Swift. No, you have to wait for the quiz, I'm afraid, at the pub. No Taylor Swift tonight. Question 4. Also, Facebook would take me down. They would shut down the whole thing. I know you're only joking, but I've tried playing actual music via Facebook Live before, and it gets shut down pretty quick. It's rubbish. Otherwise, I would, you know. Question 4. Speaking of Kevin McAllister as well from the previous questions, he spent Christmas in which 2 cities in Home Alone 1 and 2? It was Chicago for Home Alone 1 and New York for Home Alone 2. Question 5. Which actors played the miserly leading characters in Scrooged, Muppet Christmas Carol and Mickey's Christmas Carol? It is Bill Murray in Scrooged. In the Muppet Christmas Carol, Michael Caine plays Scrooge. And in Mickey's Christmas Carol, as in Mickey Mouse, it's Scrooge McDuck, who of course plays Scrooge. Question 6. Which kingdom is home to Anna and Elsa in Disney's Frozen? That's Arendelle. Question 7. Put these 2022 soap opera festive specials into the correct order, with the one with the most viewers first. This one, of course, you did have to put in order, so be honest here. EastEnders did get the most last Christmas Day, 3.17 million viewers. Then Coronation Street with 2.85, and then Emmerdale with 2.56 million. So it was literally in the order of the question. So well done if you got that right. Question 8. What creature was Feathers McGraw in Nick Park's The Wrong Trousers? He was a evil penguin with the rubber glove on his head, so he looked like a chicken. Which, funnily enough, if you watch the new Chicken Run movie, the sequel that's recently been released, I think it's on Netflix. We cancelled our Netflix a while back now, but I think it's on Netflix. And if you watch that and look closely, Feathers McGraw pops up in the background at one point. A little blink and you miss it Easter egg there. Right, so that's it, a penguin for question 8. Question 9. Kevin the Carrot, A Lost Little Bear, and Fairy and Ducky were the stars of which store's Christmas TV ads last year? It was Aldi, Lidl, and M&S. 3 points for that, 1 point for each. Question 10 for another 3 points. What are the names of Pumpkin King and the Boogeyman and the town where they live in The Nightmare Before Christmas? So it's Jack Skellington for 1 point, Oogie Boogie for another point, and for your third point there, the town is called Halloween Town in Nightmare Before Christmas. Question 11. Which two actors traded places in the festive film of the same name? It is Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. Again, 1 point for each. Question 12. Which toy was Arnold Schwarzenegger searching for in Jingle All the Way? That is Turbo Man. Question 13. Which two cast members of the festive movie Love Actually are Oscar winners? It is Emma Thompson and Colin Firth. Question 14. The Santa Simulation, The One with Christmas in Tulsa, and Miracle on 3rd or 4th Street were festive episodes of which US TV shows? So the Santa Simulation is The Big Bang Theory. The One with Christmas in Tulsa is Friends. All their episodes were The One with something or other. And Miracle on 3rd or 4th Street was Frasier. Question 15. Which three entertainment TV shows had the highest Christmas Day viewing figures of 2022 after The King? Strictly was first, Michael McIntyre's The Wheel was second, and in third place was Call the Midwife. Interestingly, those were the top three the year before as well, in a slightly different order. They were all at the top again then as well. Okay, that's the end of that. Let me reveal now the answer for the countdown conundrum. Let's bring that up as well for 2 bonus points. That conundrum is rendition. 2 points for that. Give yourself a bonus point as well if you want to use the point from the kids' question earlier on, or save it for the next round, but you must use it on the next round if you haven't done so with this one, for those who've got that question right. Tally up your scores then, let me know in the comments how many points you think you got there. And again, celebrate with those who do well, and if you didn't, don't worry, still share your scores. It's always nice to see how you're getting on, and hopefully for those you got wrong, you've learnt some random knowledge that might help you at some point in the future, probably at another quiz. Yeah, let's see how you did. Let me know in the comments. And then we can move on to round number 2, which is a potluck round. The potluck round will be the same again, just potluck general knowledge related questions, but the same format that we've just gone through for those who are new and watching along. Good, we've got some scores coming in. So, Team Bath, 25 for Team Bath, including the bonus. Oh, well, let's scroll by quite quick. And the countdown conundrum, excellent. Roy and Deirdre, they got 17 points for them. Good score. 14 plus 2 plus 1 for the Funky Chickens. Millie and Mike, you got 15 points. Catherine and Tony, 18 plus our bonus points, so 19 for the Not So Golden Oldies. Donuts have got 19 points as well, and has Maddie 19 plus 2 for the conundrum, and Andy 10 plus 2, so 12 for the conundrum, or including the conundrum. Got it at the last second as before. Excellent. Now, every point obviously counts. So well done. Great stuff. Anybody else want to put their scores in? You can. We are going to move on, but of course your chats continue. So feel free to put something in and let me know how you got on. If you're watching and haven't done so already, no pressure. You don't have to, but it's always nice to see. So, round number 2. Same again here, but with a general knowledge potluck round. So you're going to hear 15 more questions. Again, keep this to yourself. Don't guess in the comments, but you have got a brand new countdown conundrum at the bottom of the screen again there. 2 more points at the end of the round if you can work that out, but no more comments regarding what the answers are, please. Yes, okay. So with that said, here we go with your potluck round. Question 1. How many ghosts does Ebenezer Scrooge meet in A Christmas Carol? How many ghosts does Ebenezer Scrooge meet in A Christmas Carol? You don't need to name them, just tell me how many, or rather, make a note of how many. Question 2. Put these countries into the correct order with the earliest that Santa Claus visits first. Germany, Greece, and the UK. Put these countries into order with the earliest that Santa visits first. Germany, Greece, and the UK. So if you get them all in the correct order, then you give yourself 3 points. It is still possible to get 1 point if the other 2 are in the wrong order, of course, with any of these questions that you do have to put them in the correct order for. But 3 points is what you're aiming for there if you got them all correct. Germany, Greece, and the UK, put them in the correct order that Santa visits first. Question 3. What are the 2 main ingredients in a festive Bucks Fizz cocktail? What are the 2 main ingredients in a festive Bucks Fizz cocktail? Question number 4 now. Question 4, this one's for 3 points. Which well-known authors created The Snowman, The Christmas Pig, and The Grinch? Which well-known authors created The Snowman, The Christmas Pig, and The Grinch? Right, question number 5 now. What colour are the berries on the festive Viscum album plant? What colour are the berries on the festive Viscum album plant? Question 6. What were the names of the 3 wise men? 1 point for each again. What were the names of the 3 wise men? That's for a total of 3 points. Right, question number 7 now. Question 7. Mark Hoyle has had quite a few Christmas hits. Released under what name? Mark Hoyle has had quite a few Christmas hits. Released under what name? Question number 8 now. Question 8. Whose Christmas memoir would be out by Christmas, according to Keir Starmer? Whose Christmas memoir would be out by Christmas, according to Keir Starmer? I'm not going to narrow it down by telling you what year. Not for that one. Whose Christmas memoir would be out by Christmas, according to Keir Starmer? That's question 8. Question number 9. Father Christmas, known as Père Noël, Babbo Natale, and Ded Moroz, in which languages? Father Christmas is known as Père Noël, Babbo Natale, and Ded Moroz, in which languages? 1 point for each. It might not be pronounced exactly that way. What I will do is copy them into the chat, and then you can read them for yourself. You just need to guess the languages or the countries. 1 point for each. Here they are. There you go. That's in the chat now. Should appear on screen any second. There we are. So name the 3 languages or the countries. 1 point for each. Question number 10. Where do people from Japan buy their traditional Christmas chicken meal from? Where do the people of Japan buy their traditional Christmas chicken meal from? Question 11 now. Question 11. According to Austrian folklore, which horned figure punishes naughty children at Christmas time? And he says the spa. Oh no. Right, sorry, question 11 again. According to Austrian folklore, which horned figure punishes naughty children at Christmas time? Roy says, I was asked to try some Bucks Fizz, but I couldn't make my mind up. Oh, I tell you what, it's better than a cracker joke, isn't it? Very good. If you know any actual good cracker style jokes that are family friendly, like the show tries to be, please feel free to put them in the comments. I'm all for having a laugh. That's great. Even if they're really bad, I don't mind. Right, okay. Question 12 is for 3 points. The chemical symbols of which 3 elements spell claus, as in Santa Claus, when placed next to each other? So claus is spelled C-L-A-U-S. So the chemical symbols of which 3 elements spell claus when placed next to each other? 1 point for each correct element. Keep thinking about that countdown conundrum, by the way. Remember, there's 2 more points if you get that correct. And if you haven't used the kids bonus question point, if you got it, this is the final chance to use it. So do add it onto your total if you didn't for the last round. Right, question 13 now. This might need a little bit of thinking time. You will get more at the end, of course, as always. Question 13. How many birds did my true love give to me on the 12th day of Christmas? Oh, Andy thinks he's got the conundrum. The conundrum or the clause? Clause one, I guess. I don't know. Could be either. Both are tricky. How many birds, for question 13, did my true love give to me on the 12th day of Christmas? That's question 13. Question 14 now. Which three of Santa's reindeer have names beginning with a D? Which three of Santa's reindeer have names beginning with a D? Again, 1 point for each. Why do people always try and call when you're like super busy? Eh? That's a shame. Okay. Next question and final question in the round. Which three Scandinavian countries produced the most Christmas trees last year? Which three Scandinavian countries produced the most Christmas trees last year? These ones don't need to be in order. Just name the three. Okay, let me know then if you want a question repeated. Happily do that for you. This is your last chance to work out the countdown conundrum as well. And then once that's done, we will move on to Tenable. First time we've ever done this over Facebook Live. So fingers crossed it all works okay, but we do need to go through these answers first. So, last chance if you want any repeats of questions. Dowboy? What are you saying, Andy? Number 9, please. Sue's asked for number 9. Let's repeat number 9 then. This was the alternate names for Father Christmas. So Father Christmas is known as Père Noël, Babbo Natale, and Ded Moroz. In which languages? 1 point for each. If you scroll back up through the comments, you can see where I've shared the spelling of them. Okay, not getting any more repeats coming in then, so I think we're going to go through the answers. Yep, let's go. Right, question number 1. How many ghosts does Ebenezer Scrooge meet in A Christmas Carol? It is 4. There's the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and the Christmases yet to come, but also the ghost of Jacob Marley. Now, those of you who've seen the Muppet Christmas Carol, you know the answer's slightly different to that, but in the original story, there is 4. Question 2. Put these countries into order with the earliest that Santa visits first. The 3 I gave you were Germany, Greece, and the UK. In the correct order, though, Greece, then Germany, then the UK. Question 3. What are the 2 main ingredients in a festive Bucks Fizz cocktail? They are champagne and orange juice. Question 4. Which well-known authors created the Snowman, the Christmas Pig, and the Grinch? It is Raymond Briggs, J.K. Rowling, and Dr. Seuss. Question 5. What colour are the berries on the festive Viscum album plant? They are white. It's mistletoe. Question 6. What were the names of the 3 wise men? They were Balthazar, Melchior, and Caspar. Question 7. Mark Hoyle has had quite a few Christmas hits released under what name? It is Lad Baby. Question 8. Whose Christmas memoir would be out by Christmas? According to Keir Starmer, it is Liz Truss's memoir. I think it probably was as well. Question 9. Father Christmas is known as Père Noël, Babbo Natale, and Ded Moroz. In which languages? It is French for Père Noël, Babbo Natale Italian, and Ded Moroz is Russian. Question 10. Where do the people of Japan buy their traditional Christmas chicken meal from? It's KFC. It's true. They go to KFC. Not all of them, but there is for some reason, there is a tradition that on Christmas Day you go to KFC and have chicken. Question 11. According to Austrian folklore, which horned figure punishes naughty children at Christmas time? It's called Krampus. Question 12. The chemical symbols of which three elements spell claws when placed next to each other? It is chlorine, Cl, gold, Au, and sulfur for S. Question 13. How many birds did my true love give to me on the 12th day of Christmas? Well, there is of course a partridge in a pear tree, 2 doves, 3 hens, 4 calling birds, 6 geese, and 7 swans, which means there's 23 in total. Question 14. Which 3 of Santa's reindeer have names beginning with a D? It is Dasher, Dancer, and Donna. And finally, question 15. Which 3 Scandinavian countries produced the most Christmas trees last year? In any order, Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. Right, let's reveal the answer for the countdown conundrum then. For 2 extra points, withstand. Withstand is the conundrum for 2 points. Tally up your scores. Let's see how well you did, please. And then we can move on to our tenable round, can't we? I believe so. Right, let's just do a quick shifty round of a few screens. Okay, Mark and the Funky Chickens, 20 plus 2. Very good. Maddie says 24 plus 2 plus the 1. 27 points in total. Very good. 22 for the Not So Golden Oldies. The Donuts have scored 25 points, getting the conundrum. Very good again. Yeah, lots of extra points in these rounds. Loads of multiple point questions. 26 for Team Bath, including 2 for the conundrum. Very good. I tried to pick slightly easier conundrums. They've been quite tricky over the last few quizzes, haven't they, for those who've been here. Slightly easier ones, I feel. At least I think that second one was more gettable. 26 with our bonus point from Abby's question. Good work there, Roy. Roy and Deirdre, of course. Question 14. That's why I said Del Boy. No idea on the reindeer. Okay. I see. All right. Any more scores? Anybody else want to put scores in? I'm going to move on now to our tenable round, making its debut. But of course, your comments will still pop up on screen for me, so I will keep reading them out, of course. But here we go with our tenable game. Okay then, so I've just got one more little thing to do. There's that one. I did say there was a little bit of chopping and changing going on. Right, so 16 points for Millie and Mike, well done. 18 for Andy, 18 only for me. Not my best night, he says, but at least I'm in the pub. At least you're in the pub. Hold on a minute. Are you watching whilst in the pub? Really? Put it up on the big screen. Let's get everybody playing along. Totally confusing. Right, okay. So the way this one works then, I'm going to present to you a tenable question as a team, all of you, similar to the next rounds. You just need to guess in the comments what you think the answers are, and as they pop up, I'll show you where they are in the list. In theory, if I've got everything working right, you should also hear the sound effects as they are revealed or incorrect. In theory, all right? So the question for this is, if I can just get this started. The top 10 favourite Christmas movies of all time. This is as voted for by Radio Times readers 3 or 4,000 Radio Times readers voted on this one, and it was 2 years ago. The last time they did this was. So you need to work out what you think they are, and there is your list. So as you guess them, try not to completely spam the chat with guesses. I will try and keep up. But as you guess them, I will reveal whether they are there or not. So, Sue and the Donuts, straight away in there with Home Alone. In fact, I'm just going to tell you now, let's do one guess per team, because I've just seen everything fly by me on the comments. So for now, one guess per team, all right? And then you can do it again. That'll make things a bit easier. Like I said, this is a learning process, because this is the first time we've done it on Facebook Live. Right, so we're going to go with Home Alone first off. Is Home Alone there? Let's find out. Home Alone is number 5 on the list. I really hope you heard that. Right, okay, next guess. Millie says The Grinch. Is The Grinch in the UK's favourite Christmas movies of all time? Oh, hold on. He's only clicked the wrong one, hasn't he? Okay, it's not there. Ignore me. Told you teething problems. Okay. It's a Wonderful Life is my favourite Christmas movie, but no, The Grinch is not there. I just was a millisecond too far over there. Love Actually is next. Let's go to the next one, alright? I'm sorry The Grinch is not there, but I'll tell you what is there. Love Actually. Okay, so that's number 6. Very good. Now let's go to the next one. Yes, Never Went Home. Andy said Yes, Never Went Home. Fantastic. I love it. Okay. Jenny did say It's a Wonderful Life. As you know, that is now number 1. It's a Wonderful Life. Lots of you saying It's a Wonderful Life, in fact. Thank you for that. Right. Mark says Die Hard. Is Die Hard on the list? I'd be most disappointed if it wasn't. And it's number 4 on the list. Very good. Okay. White Christmas. Another guess from Mark there. White Christmas. Let's have a look. Andy says The Snowman. Is The Snowman on the list? It's not there, I'm afraid. No, The Snowman is not on the list. Sue says A Christmas Carol. Is A Christmas Carol on the list? Let's have a look. Up we go. No. A Christmas Carol is not on the list. Start putting some more guesses in now, everybody. I think I've gone through your list now. Home Alone 2, is that there? Oh, no. It's not, I'm afraid. No. Let's see. Miracle on 34th Street. That's number 10. Very good. Well done, Roy. Miracle on 34th Street. I guess either the original or the remake. The more recent one, relatively more recent one. Let's see. Have I missed anything above that? The Santa Claus. Is that there? Let's have a look. Up we go. It's not there. It is not there. Maybe Your Wretched Muppets Christmas Carol is there. Let's have a look. See, My Wretched. 4,000 people voted for that. It's a great version of the story. Oh, why have you got a problem with the Muppets? Oh dear. Oh. Anyway, well done. You did get it right. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. There's an interesting guess. Let's have a look. Very good. Yep, it is there. Number 7 on the list. Elf. Oh, hold on. I assume Andy means Die Hard with a Vengeance there. I believe only the first Die Hard movie is set at Christmas time. So that one, Die Hard with a Vengeance, although very good, is not there. Not a Christmas movie either, I don't think. But that's fine. Let's go. Elf is the next guess on the list. Let's see if Elf is there. It is. That's number 3. We've got one more missing now. Let's have a look. Yeah, Team Bath love the Muppets Christmas Carol. Good. Violent Night isn't going to be there, I'm afraid. That's probably a bit too new for this poll. Elf, as you know, is now there. Bad Santa, Nightmare Before Christmas, Scrooged, all good guesses. Let's see if any of them are the missing answer. They are not. You are. I will say one thing though. It is along the lines of a Christmas Carol variant. It's not the Santa Claus. No. There's no horror movies on the list. So keep your guesses coming in. Then think of all the other versions you could think of. It's not Scrooged. No. No. I did wonder if this would get people unstuck. Because the answer is one that I haven't even seen. But somehow it's made it onto the list. And Jenny, Team Bath, it is Scrooge. Well done. Just Scrooge it's called. And yes, Sue and the Donuts as well. You have completed the tenable list. So if you worked any of these out, give yourself a pat on the back. You get the points as well. If that's important to you. But that concludes our tenable round. I hope you liked it. We might do more of those in the new year. What do you think? That does complete that. And we're going to go on now to what's next? What's next? We're going to go to our survey says, I think, aren't we? Yes. Our survey says. Right, okay, let me just adjust my screens again. And we are back. Right, okay, so... Good fun, yeah? Loved it? Excellent. And I assume all the sounds worked, because you didn't say anything about it, so I'm guessing they all did. But yeah, we move on to our survey says. Please do let me know. It looked like it was all working. This is the only thing that went wrong there was my little misclick when I said it was a correct answer instead of an incorrect answer. But that's okay. That's fine. Okay. I'm glad some of you liked that one. Alright, yeah, we'll bring that into regular rotation, I think, then. Because we don't often do that on Patreon. We did it maybe once or twice. Sound worked. Excellent. Thank you for confirming that. Well, you can see the question now on screen because we are now doing our survey says. So, family fortunes. Now, again, you can guess this in the comments. What do you think is the highest answer on the list? We're looking for the top 6. Name a type of meat often eaten over the Christmas period. Apologies to vegans and vegetarians. That's just the Christmas question that was selected this time round. But the question still stands. Can you work out what this... Andy says kebab meat, not traditional, but I'm sure loved by millions. Yeah, in fairness, you go out drinking over Christmas, you might wind up getting yourself a kebab. Unfortunately, though, I'm sure you can work it out. Not one of the top 6. Okay, obviously we have some guesses for turkey. So is turkey in the list? Turkey is the top answer. Perhaps predictably so. It is the top answer. Well done to Sue and Catherine and Tony for getting that into the comments quickly. Sue and Mark have gone with gammon. So is gammon one of the top 6? Let's have a look for this one then. Gammon, is it there? It's number 3. Ham and gammon, same thing in this case. So well done. Maddie says goose. Oh, and pigs in blankets. Let's do that first. Millie says pigs in blankets. It's my favourite. Is pigs in blankets there? That's number 4. Okay, goose for Maddie. Is goose on the list? That's number 2. Wow, we're flying through this one. Any more guesses? You've got 2 more to work out already. Perhaps 2 traditional, not Christmas traditional meats necessarily, I suppose, but certainly traditional meats to have with that kind of dinner, I would say, depending on your fancy. 2 more to work out. Millie says beef. Is beef on the list there? Is it one of our top 6? That's number 5. Andy says lamb. Is lamb there? Not lamb, I'm afraid. No. What could be the missing answer? Oh, look, several of you said beef. I should acknowledge that. Maddie, Jenny, and Catherine, and Sue all went with beef. One more then to round out the top 6. Probably the closest alternative after turkey and goose, I would say. One that you can get all year round. Keeping an eye on those comments. Yes, there it is. Sue, Catherine, Jenny. Yeah, I didn't really need to give you any clues. I'm sure you'd have got it eventually anyway. Chicken rounded up the top 6 there. What are you guys going to be having if you are celebrating Christmas? What's your preferred one? I think we've got a joint of pork actually, and we have a turkey leg because don't really like the white meat's always too dry with turkey, but love the turkey leg. So we're going to go with that this year. A little bit of both. Okay, all right, good. That was good stuff. Very quickly working that one out. We're going to move on to catchphrase now. Maddie's vegetarian, so none of them. No, but what are you going to eat? What would you have? What do you like to have? The question's still valid. Turkey, but it's hard to find one over there. I bet, yeah. I was worried you wouldn't even get a leg, to be honest. It's only the Tesco's really that does them. We went to every other shop for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of lovely vegetarian equivalents out there. I will say I am one of those rare people who does enjoy Brussels sprouts. Only if they're mixed in with bacon and garlic and butter and lots of yummy things like that. Not just steamed. That's mad. Corn roast, of course. Wow, I hope whatever you guys are having, you have a lovely time. That's the most important thing, isn't it? Nut roast, there's another alternative. There you go. Yeah, see, I'm sure that's fine. I've never had it before. I'm not against it. I'm sure it's lovely. Okay, so with catchphrase then, I'm going to do some more questions for you. As you get the questions right, I should bring up the wheel actually. There you go. I need to move the chat to a different side. And there we go. Good. Right, so I'm going to reveal the squares as you get the questions correct for these other ones I'm going to ask you now. And behind them will be the block images that we had last time we were here doing Facebook Lives. So you have to work out what the name of the movies or TV show is based on the cryptic characters you're going to see. So you're going to see lots of colours stacked up one on top of the other in a column. And that will represent a character, a cartoon character that's very famous for being those colours, or perhaps not a cartoon character that's still very famous for being those colours. I'm sure you'll work it out after you see the first one if you missed it last time. Brie and broccoli parcel. That sounds really nice, actually. Maddie says, oh, spinach tartlet as well, and Brussels sprouts. Yeah. I think if you cook them right, they're amazing. They are so versatile what you can do with sprouts. Okay, so we're going to go with this one. Right. First question then, I'll spin the wheel and that will tell us which square we're going to remove, okay? So, who had, and guess this in the comments again, who had a UK #1 Christmas Day hit single with Merry Christmas Everyone? Who had a UK #1 Christmas Day hit single with Merry Christmas Everyone? Once I see some answers in, I will remove square 2 from the board. So do have a guess now. It is Shakin' Stevens. Very good. Yes, lots of you there said Shakin' Stevens. If there's any confusion there with Slade's hit, that was Merry Christmas Everybody. Shakin' Stevens, Merry Christmas everyone. So let's remove square number 2. Not going to be too helpful because it is just the top of one character. Question 2. I mean, you can guess at any time. Anybody can guess what it is, by the way. Feel free to have a guess whenever. Question 2 for you then. This next one is... oh, that one's similar to what I just asked you, actually. Let's go with this one. Which traditional pantomime could you find the character Wishy-Washy? In which traditional pantomime could you find the character Wishy-Washy? So guess again in the comments, and we're going to be removing this time. I have a feeling that Maddie's going to get this one. I think you do some amateur dramatics, don't you? Number 4. We're going to be removing number 4 then, and we have got some good guesses in there. Let's have a look. Yes, so we've got some of you saying Aladdin. Yeah, Maddie's straight in there with Aladdin. That is the correct answer. Cinderella's a good shout as well, but it is Aladdin. So well done to Roy, Jenny, Catherine, Sue, and of course Maddie there. We're going to remove number 4. Let's see what's behind that square. Maddie says, I do. I've just had a custard pie in the face twice. Outstanding. What one is it you're doing this time around? What's the panto or the play that you're in? Let me know. Next question then, and keep those guesses coming in. If you want to have a guess at what that catchphrase picture is, the franchise is what we need, really. So yeah, bear that in mind. The next question is, we'll go with pantos again. Buttercup. Which traditional pantomime could you find the character named Buttercup? And I'm not going to be removing any single square because a couple of comments to address here. Millie says, is that Harry Potter? I can reveal you are correct. This is Harry Potter. That was very quick. There's the rest of the board. Look, there's Harry. I guess on the far right of your screen, or yeah, far right of your screen. I'm guessing the little line there represents that scar he's supposedly got on his head. I don't really know Harry Potter. I only know from quizzes. But yeah, well done. You got it right. Maddie says we did King Arthur with guest appearance by Robin Hood. Awesome. I like it. Okay, and to answer the question, it's not Jack and the Beanstalk. So where is Buttercup from? You can continue to answer that question. I'm going to bring up a new wheel and I'm going to return the board to its original state and bring in a new picture. Okay, so continue to answer that question. We're looking for the franchise name again for this next one. You're going to have some more characters popping up on screen. But can you think of which pantomime traditionally has a character called Buttercup? Actually, do you know what? Catherine and Tony, you did get it right. It is Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm so sorry. I was looking at the next one. So let's see which one we're going to be revealing, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. Jack and the Beanstalk was the correct answer. There's a lot going on here. I'm sure you can forgive me. So we're going to do question box 3. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to ask you another panto one, though. Last one in this list. So, in which traditional panto could you find the character Princess Aurora? Which, funnily enough, is the same as the Disney movie of the same name. In which traditional pantomime could you find a character named Princess Aurora? Do guess that anyway. I don't need to reveal any more because, oh yes, it is Sleeping Beauty. Well done. You have got that point right. But, let me just check this. Mark has gone straight in there with Lord of the Rings, and let's just reveal it. He's got it already. It's Gandalf, isn't it? With the staff. It's Lord of the Rings. Got it in one. Fantastic. So everybody that guessed Sleeping Beauty, stay tuned because I'm going to reset the board again. I'll put the sound back on this time. And what we will do is do the next one. I just need to check actually. How are we doing for time? Oh, we've got loads of time. We're doing good. All right. Well, we've got 2 more then. That's good. Okay, so the next one is there now. And I'm immediately going to reveal this square because Sleeping Beauty is the correct answer for that last one. Okay. Number 6. Okay, so number 6. It's just a single movie I'm looking for this time, a single movie title. Let's go to your next question then. Which dessert is mentioned in We Wish You a Merry Christmas? Which dessert is mentioned in We Wish You a Merry Christmas? Jump in the comments, let me know what you think, and we are going to be removing... Oh, it's not X-Men, no. Interesting guess though, those colours are remarkably similar to Cyclops. I'll give you that, I didn't see that before. Right, 8 is what we're going to be removing. Figgy pudding is the correct answer, so let's see, for that question anyway. Let's remove 8. Figgy pudding, well done to Millie, well done to Sue and the Donuts. We've got Catherine and Tony, Maddie and Roy, all guessing figgy pudding correct. Continue to guess what you think that could be as well. That catchphrase, which movie is represented there? Your next question is, along with Bob Geldof, who else co-wrote Do They Know It's Christmas? Along with Bob Geldof, who co-wrote Do They Know It's Christmas? And we are going to be removing next, once I see some hopefully correct answers in there. And it is going to be square number 4. Oh yes, and of course some of you have got it right already. It is that indeed Midge-Ure. And let's remove number 4 now. And that was about as useful as a chocolate teapot, because there's no character on that side. I wonder what that could mean. Alright, Midge-Ure is the correct answer, so for that last question. So again, well done to Roy, Maddie, Jenny, Catherine and Sue. Okay, next question. Which direction were the 3 kings of the Orient heading in the famous carol? Which direction were the 3 kings of the Orient heading in the famous Christmas carol? And the next one we're going to be removing. Oh, we have a guess as well. Please do guess the answer to this question, regardless of whether or not that's the correct answer. We're going to be removing number 9. And I'm going to do that anyway, because somebody has got it right. Anyway, so let's remove number 9. Number 9 doesn't help at all, but the answer has been guessed already. Let me just confirm who it was, because it scrolled past pretty quick there. Mark and the Funky Chickens, you said Little Mermaid. It is Little Mermaid. That is indeed the correct answer. And number 7. There you go. There's Ariel and Flounder, the little fish on the right. Good stuff. Well, we're going on to the last one now, everybody. The last one of not just this Christmas special, but the last one of 2023. Back in the new year, of course. The last one has been loaded up and sounds ready to go. Now, the question was about the 3 kings and which direction they were heading. It's, let's have a look, just make sure, because I think some of you have got it right. It is west. So, well done on that one too. In fact, let's go over to the new wheel, see what we're going to be removing. West, so well done to Catherine and Tony, to Roy, to Ed as well. You all said west, very good, you get yourself a point there. Oh, a duplicate. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on. I need to bring up a new wheel, don't I? Went and duplicated an old one. There we go. Right, let's spin that wheel, shall we? Give all the numbers a try. So the line in the song is westward leading, still proceeding. Westward. There you go. Right, number 5. This might be quite helpful, actually. Might be. Maybe. We're looking for the name of the characters and or the movie. It's the same thing. Okay. Your next question. Let's go down to... I've got to find a relatively straightforward one. Following yonder star... No, we've done that one. That's We Three Kings, isn't it? To save poor souls from Satan's power is a line from which popular Christmas carol? To save poor souls from Satan's power is a line from which popular Christmas carol? It sounds more like a Tenacious D lyric, if you ask me. But it is also from this Christmas carol. I'd love to hear their take on that song. That would be fantastic, actually. Right, let's see which one we're going to be removing next. The line again. Name the Christmas carol that this line comes from. To save poor souls from Satan's power. We will be removing square number 6. Which again is going to be, I think, quite a helpful one. Catherine and Tony say, God rest you, merry gentlemen. That is correct. Very good and very quick. I'm going to do another question, but feel free to have a guess if you think you can work it out. Yeah, Once More David City's good guess, but no, God rest you, merry gentlemen is the correct answer there. Born the King of Angels is the next line. Goodness me, the chat just scrolled by very fast indeed. Okay, so the next line is Born the King of Angels. Which Christmas carol is that from? It's not been one we've spoken about yet. Born the King of Angels. And we are going to be removing next... Number 1? Number 1. This one might not be too helpful. No, they're not Teletubbies. Good guess, but no. Definitely more film-orientated answer, this one. Yes. Oh, come all ye faithful, Roy. You've got it. You've got it right. There you go. It is indeed that. Let's remove square number 1. Not very helpful, I'm afraid. Let's go to the next question, and that is, which of Santa's reindeer's names translate as thunder and lightning? You could guess either or, alright? One or the other. Don't guess both. Guess one or the other. Which of Santa's reindeer's names translate as thunder and lightning? Have a guess at one of the two. Ed, it's not Star Trek, I'm afraid, mate. Not Star Trek. The next one we're going to be removing is... number 4. Okay, this one will be helpful. And yes, it is Donna and Blitzen. So Jenny, Catherine, Maddie, Millie, Roy... yes, everybody basically that had a guess on that one has got it right. Let's see what's behind square number 4. Did somebody say Minions? That scrolled by fast if they did. I didn't see a guess at the Minions. Let me have a look. The Minions? Oh, that's because it followed straight after Teletubbies. Maddie, I'm very sorry. I should have noticed it before. Minions is the correct answer. Good one. Thank you for putting that in again. That does sometimes happen when lots of guesses and questions and things come in. Minions is the correct answer. Let's reveal the whole board then, and you can see what this looks like. So 2, 3, and 7, 8, and 9. I think maybe we'd have got it even quicker had the blue been revealed along with the yellow. Then it looks like a bit more of that iconic kind of colour tone that they have. But yes, Minions. There you go. Good. Well, I hope you like those ones because again, in the new year, I'll bring some more of those back in. There's hundreds and hundreds of them all over the web. So yeah, it's quite fun looking these up for you all, and seeing how many of them you can guess. It works quite nicely, I think, with catchphrase, doesn't it? That is the end of the quiz, guys. So we're just going to move on to our final screen and we'll say our goodbye. So, yes, there is a meetup coming on the 28th. If you can get to the Abingdon area where I do my pub quizzes, come and join me for the big quiz night in of the year, which is going to be at the pub on the 28th. You are more than welcome to come down. If you need a place to stay, I can recommend places nearby. We've got a good handful of you coming down again. I think it'll basically be the same crowd as before, which was a real good laugh last time. But anybody's welcome to join us, whether you are a Patreon supporter or not. It's at the pub, you know. So just come and join us if you can. If you can't, don't worry, of course, because I will be back hosting quizzes in the new year again. I believe it'll be the first week of January. But if not, certainly the second week of January, I'll be back doing Facebook Lives. And then, of course, Patreon quizzes. If you're happy to join Patreon, if you're not already, it's minimum £2 a month, but you can have a free trial for 1 month if you haven't already, which means you can join. If you've never done it before, you can join one of the Patreon quiz nights for free for 1 month only. And then you can decide then whether you want to join us more full-time or not. We have a separate Facebook group for that. Outside the top fan group. Maddie says, gutted I can't make it, but I'm cat sitting my cousin's cat as well as looking after my 4. Must be so difficult just to walk out the front door with that many cats. We've just got the one and find it difficult sometimes. There's a YouTube video we put on which is 24 hours long, so I know it will just keep playing. We put it up on the big telly, and it's just like a view under the sea of all the fish and like turtles swimming around. And it's got some calming music playing, and every time we leave it playing for her when we go out, she's just sat there, she's just looking at the screen, and yeah, it's just nice. So there you go, that's what we do. Okay, let's see some comments before we go. Yes, happy Christmas, all the best for 2024. Thank you, Chris. You're welcome, Jenny. Was that set of questions okay for you? Yes, it was, Roy. Thank you for the questions. I always appreciate people sending questions over, and I incorporate them as and when I can. And I did get to read through them, so yes, thank you for that. I really do appreciate it, and they all get used at some point in all the different quizzes I do. Obviously, I wasn't going to use them on here because I want you to be able to take part in the whole thing. But if anybody else wants to write some questions, you're more than welcome to send them over. You might find I post some of them on other social media platforms, like on my TikTok. I might do some of them out there, for example. Millie says, what does Millie say? Thank you for the fab quiz. As always, looking forward to the in-person one next week. Yes. Catherine says, thanks so much, Chris. Merry Christmas, everyone. Very happy New Year. Enjoy the get-together. Have fun. And yes, Ed, I'll see you Thursday. This Thursday is the Christmas special at the pub. My cats would destroy the TV. Millie says, yeah, in fairness, I have had to tell her to not do that, and she's pretty good now. But you're right. There is a risk. There is that risk. Good. And from Roy and Deirdre, Merry Christmas to you as well. Thanks to everybody for watching. It's been a great year, and we've got some new friends, new friends part of the group, new Patreon members, and we continue to have lots of fun, and I hope you'll join me for 2024 as well. So do take care, have the best Christmas you can, whether you celebrate it or not. Just enjoy the time, hopefully with friends and family. And just, yeah, stay safe, and I'll see you all same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers, good night.